All right, why don't you come along with me and I'm going to show you my hunting land, and we'll talk about the Mosquito Police Partnership Program. All right, so I'm going to take you out and I'm going to show you some of my property. Take a look over here. Here's the first thing. Those are our horses that we have. And we have miniature horses and miniature donkeys. And now I'm going to take you to the back. So this is our land that's all out through here. And it goes back. I'll show you. This is where I do a lot of my hunting back here behind our property. Talk to you a little bit about the partnership program while I'm taking you on a little tour here. So we're going to the Equip Expo 2025. We're going to that show. It's October 21st through the 24th. And what I'd like to do, anybody who's been following the Mosquito Police channel and would like to talk to me in person about the program and the partnership and how it works, I would love to meet you guys. And I will be at that show, and what I'm going to do, you can come up to me while I'm at the booth. Happy to talk to you, happy to meet you. You can also come up to me afterwards. What we're going to do is we're going to set aside some time for those of you that want to do a one-on-one type of an interview. And so I think you get a lot more done, a lot more established. You get your questions answered because you're not trying to talk to 5 people at once. So I'm set inside that time, and if you would like to go to that show, and if you'd like to meet me there so I can answer your questions, maybe you and your spouse, always a good idea to have them there. And I'd love to meet you guys and answer any questions that you have. And I'm going to set aside that time after the original show hours. So if you're interested in that, I want you to click the link down below and fill out the form and set up a time so that I can get it set up with you and meet you there. All right, in the meantime, and there's a code that we're offering that can get you 50% off your ticket price if you use this code to the link down below for it too. So that'll help you guys out. It won't cost you so much to get into the expo. If you've never been to the expo, you don't know what you're missing. Now, check this out. This is our hunting land back here. I have never brought you guys back here, ever. So, we do trophy management. And me and my neighbors, we don't shoot anything other than trophy deer. So I don't like the small bucks. I shot enough of them back when I was young. I don't want to do that anymore. But back in here, it's kind of handy because home is like right back there. And when I am on the road, I don't get a lot of time to be back here. So I definitely look forward to it. Here's my food plots back here for the deer. And I have a very subtle stand, a very tiny tree stand, because I don't want to be seen by the deer. And I'm going to show you that tree stand. See what you guys think. Look at that beauty. Camouflage. No one will even know I'm here. I go in there, I take an occasional nap. There's couches, there's chairs, there's everything you need in there. And then on the other side, we actually put that hill in here so we could bring that up on here. And the deer come out of there. That's the wooded area. Over on this side, if you look here, so this is all food plot for the deer. So we have all kinds of different things in here. And I had an issue this year. I had the weeds come in. It's a weed called a smart weed, which came in and took over. I had to come back and respray this. That's the brown tops that you see in here right now. But yeah, when I get the chance to hunt, this is where I go. We have a water hole set up here. It'd be kind of hard to see because I got it kind of buried in the brush right here. But let's see if I can get you up to it. There's a water container right in there. And the deer come up and drink their water, and that's a good thing to have too. So that's the homestead up there, and that's where we work out of. That's where we run the Mosquito Police business. So it's been a very good business for us. It's been very successful. We started that, I don't know, seven years ago now, I believe. We do over $1 million a year annually. And what I really like about that business is just the reoccurring revenue. And by that I mean it's constant. Your customers come back year after year after year, versus like lawn care or maybe landscaping, especially landscaping, where you have to go out and you have to get new customers every year. You don't have to do that with the mosquito police. So I like that part about the pest control business. And another nice thing excuse me, about that type of a setup with pest control versus like say landscaping, when you go to sell your business, and most people don't think about this, people that want to buy businesses, they will pay you more for a pest control business generally than they will a landscape company. So in other words, if I went to sell my landscape company that I used to landscape, it's hard for someone to buy that business. They're basically buying your equipment because they know they have to go out and get all those customers. Now a pest control business, let's say you start one tomorrow, and in 6 years or 5 years or 4 years, you're doing $1 million a year in that business. Now you can sell that business for a lot of money because it's reoccurring revenue, and that's cash flow, and that's what these buyers want. So private equity companies, so on and so forth, that's the stuff they're looking for. So we focus hard on that, and I know at some point I'm going to exit the business, and I have a plan for that. I have a strategy for that. And as many guys as I've gotten involved with this partnership program, it has made a world of difference in a lot of people's lives, and just the income that you can make. And don't think you won't have to work for it. You're going to have to work for it just like you would in any other business. The main differences are A, reoccurring revenue, and B, when you go to sell, worth a lot more money. And C, it's pretty easy work compared to landscaping. I'll tell you that straight out of the gate. Even lawn care. You're not toting around your trailer, and you don't have to have a truck and a trailer and mowers and trimmers and edgers and blowers. All you need is that van or a truck and your blower and your chemicals. That's all you need. So there's a lot less expense that goes into that, a lot less insurance on stuff, and it's way easier to do. You can do the work of 3 guys, 1 person in a vehicle. So I think that's pretty important. I got a quick story to tell you about this bus right here. It's going to be strange, but I'm going to tell you about it. There's a reason that big old yellow ugly bus is sitting there, and here's what it is. One day I told my wife, we should buy that bus. I saw it. It was at an auction. And I said, we should buy that bus if we get it cheap enough and we could turn it into a camper. And my wife says to me, you're not buying that bus. I said, what'd you say? And she said, you heard me. You're not buying that bus. I said, is that a fact? And she's like, yeah, that's a fact. We don't need the bus, and you ain't buying the bus. I said, okay, we'll see how that goes. I went to the auction with my dad. I got by the bus. I looked at the bus, turned the key, it started. I said, Dad, I don't care what that bus goes for, you buy it. It doesn't matter if they jack the price up to $20,000, you buy that bus. So I went off to another auction ring. My dad sat there by that bus and babysat it all day until it was time, and he bought that bus. And I drug that bus back here, and I parked it right in front of the office. And I said, woman, you know why I did that? Because you told me I can't. Don't ever tell me I can't. That's why that big ass ugly bus is still sitting there that she keeps wanting me to get rid of and sell, and I refuse to do it. So anyway, just wanted to share that story with you and tell me no. Anyway, this is my hunting land. I never showed anybody this stuff before, but yeah, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys in Louisville 2025, October 21st through the 24th. I'll see you there. Click the link down below so that we can set up a time to talk personally, and I'll see you there.